Welcome to Game Talks Episode 2. Today we're talking about Battlefield 5. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I should have thought that if I wanted to make a game review, I should have talked about it when the game came out, but I don't really care. This is my channel and I can do whatever I want. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Battlefield 5. The info on the release date for this game is somewhat fuzzy, so I'm just going to say it came out sometime within October and November. Now, I like this game, but I don't love it. I don't play it very often. The graphics are on point, but there are some problems. First of all, the weapons in Battlefield 5 are more or less the same as the ones in Battlefield 1. Not very exciting or extremely good. To be completely honest, I think the series backtracked with weapons. Some weapons, even though they were there in Battlefield 1, have entirely different functions. This can be annoying when you're first starting out, it can get really confusing. But this can also be in your favor if you think you have a terrible gun and it turns out to be a high-powered machine gun. Now it's time to talk about the war stories. The stories are not anywhere near as fun as the ones in Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 had a great range of topics. Some were more focused on fighting in planes, tanks, and battleships, while Battlefield 5 kind of sticks to none of those. I was surprised to see that I wasn't a pilot in any of the missions. I did enjoy the mission in the Rhineland where you drove a tank though, but the most fun stories in Battlefield 1 were the ones where you drove a tank and flew a plane. This game really doesn't show a range of topics, and even then, for some reason, I found the war stories to be incredibly boring. Some weren't hard enough, some were just plain confusing, but most of them were just way too repetitive. It's just shooting one Jerry so you can shoot the next, and really nothing else. It sucks. Some were way too hard. I would try completing the same checkpoint 50 freaking times with no results whatsoever. It's kind of ridiculous how hard some of the missions were, so that can be annoying. Although I will admit that the war stories at least have enough structure to have a worthwhile playthrough. The online mode, although I haven't played it much, does add a cool aspect to the game. There's a good amount of modes to play on, and all modes can be fun to try out. There are some cool features in multiplayer, like the specialization feature, which allows you to modify your weapons to fit your gameplay. The multiplayer mode does just about everything the story mode fails to do. It supplies fun vehicles and more equipment, but more importantly, it allows you to play how you want to play and not how the game wants you to. There are some bugs, like sometimes how you will spawn outside of the map and die because you can't reach the main map in time, but most of them have been fixed by 2020. The thing I hate most about this game, though, is how different it is to Battlefield 1. The missions are a lot more difficult, and all the new weapons they added aren't very fun to use, and overall it just feels like it's not in the same franchise. If DICE was trying to make it seem different from Battlefield 1, they've done a great job, and I shouldn't be complaining. Because I think that wait, what? What the hell? Why is there a typo here? Because no one fixed this? Who wrote this goddamn script? Clark? Clark, come on. Yeah, you get over here and fix this. What do you mean it wasn't you? Of course it was you. What did you just say to me? Alright, that's it, you're fired. Pack your things and get out. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think it should have been more similar to Battlefield 5. It tries its best, but its best is my trash. And this is me we're talking about. Playing this game can sometimes feel like a chore. If you want to play a good World War II game, play Call of Duty World War II. That's a great game you definitely want to play. There are some good things about this game, though. I don't hate this game. Its multiplayer mode is pretty fun, and the war stories, while they can be tedious, provide more perspective and a better story arc than the ones in Battlefield 1. This game is definitely worth playing or at least trying out. If you're looking for a good game to play during quarantine, then this one could be fun. It has some issues, but you might find it better than I did. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching this episode of Game Talks on Battlefield 5. Please consider subscribing for more content. I'm going to be posting a lot more often. But other than that, stay safe.